Alright, it has been quite a while since I worked on this project, as you can probably tell by the beard. It's just been, life's been crazy. It's also been pretty cold, so working out here is no fun at all. But today we're going to cut out our headstock shape and drill the holes for the tuning machines. So let's get back to it. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I want to drill a hole in the headstock, because I'm going to have kind of a, it's hard to explain. I'll bring this over here. You can see here I got the shape that I'm going to use. I'm going to drill a hole right there. We'll drill a pilot hole first, then we'll go to the bigger, be a 1/2 inch hole. So when this comes down, you're going to have a rounded scoop in the middle of that. I just think it'll look cool. This is meant to be on a 4-string cigar box guitar neck. Obviously, you can see by these marks, I'm doing 8 strings because I'm making a Mandocello. So we don't have a lot of extra space for making this really decorative. Now, if you're like me and you're on a budget, this is a great way to do a drill press. So first we're going to get, let's go with an 1/8 inch. That'll be our pilot hole. There we go. Probably should have set this up first, but you know, I'm dumb. I didn't set it up properly ahead of time. I'm hoping that this drill will accept the larger bit that I have, because if not, we're going to be in trouble. This is a handy little thing too. I'm always losing key chucks or chuck keys. This does the 2 most common sizes, and it works on a ratcheting system. This is the fun part, is there's no way to clamp this to hold it in place as much as I'd like to. I'm thinking I'm going to go grab a clamp just to make things a little bit easier. I'll be right back. Okay, well, the clamping idea won't work because there's no way for me to maneuver this thing close enough to the edge for my clamp to actually hold the neck without this whole thing coming off. So we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is neither easy nor recommended. This is where it would be nice to have 2 people, but like I said, Des is not feeling well. I don't like having my hand anywhere near this when it's on. So trying to get it as lined up as possible. Oh, we're almost there. I think we got it. Alright, so what we're going to... it moved. This is the problem with not being able to clamp it. Once it's lined up, it's just going to come right back off of there. Let me see. I might be able to clamp that. Maybe. We'll find out. Let me line it up again. Not too far up. Yep, that's got it. Okay. Let's see what we can do. It's tilting. Doesn't have to be super tight. I don't want the neck to tilt off of there. Let's double check that. Yeah, we're dead on. I'm still going to have my hand in here, but this way it's not quite as bad. That's done. Now we gotta change the bit out, and hopefully this bit will fit. I'm hoping this bit is gonna fit in there. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Alright, move this out of my way for now. No, that's not going to fit at all. Damn. I don't think that I can raise this any higher. Oh, I might be able to. Let's see. Oh, these things are so old. I got it at the height of its travel. Man, that doesn't want to turn. This thing's been sitting for quite a while. Alright, so I may have to drill that by hand. I'm going to go get my other drill. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I moved the drill press out of the way. The downside to working with a budget is sometimes you're stuck with what your equipment can handle, and it can't do what I need it to do. On the plus side, actually let's put this on this side, that way you guys can see. Now I have the ability to clamp that in place. Can you see it? Yeah, it looks like it. Move that a little bit. There we go. All right. Oops, wrong way. All right. For this one, I'm not so worried about it being straight. For these holes, I am. We'll see what happens. Now we want to be careful. We don't want to tear out on the front side, so we're going to drill part of the way through, and then we're going to flip it over. I think that's good there. That bit's kind of dull. Now you can see we don't want to drill all the way through yet, because that will create tear out like we have here, which would be bad. Now I have to figure out how I can clamp this again. Alright, let's clamp this down and move the camera so we can see what I am doing. Not that I recommend any of the things that I'm doing. It's probably not the safest way to do this. Alright, that's not going anywhere. So you can see now. That's why it's not a good idea. Can't really lean into it. You just have to go slow. We're getting there. That's why the drill's trying to hang up now. So we go a little bit slower. Yeah, it's almost through. There we go. All right, let's see how bad it looks. Yeah, see? And we have no tear out, which is what we want. A little bit of roughness, but that's just from drilling. That's normal. That's easily fixed with sandpaper. All right, so now we get the saw out. All right. Before I get started, I'm going to explain. I'm going to cut kind of just outside these lines. That way we sand it down to what we need. Didn't have an angle lined up very well. Oh, that's going to cause a problem. Where the nut should be is causing it to hang up. I need to be able to keep it level. Let's see if this will... I'm trying to create a sled here. I think that'll work. Keep it mostly into the center. Something a little wider would be nice. Let me see what I've got. Pause the camera for a second. Okay, well, none of my ideas will work. So, move this out of my way because I don't want my battery getting all messed up. My phone was almost dead when I started, so I had to plug in a nice little battery. Keep it running. Oh, we're just going to have to wing this and try to keep that level. Because when we hit there, that's going to stop it. So. Yeah, it mostly worked. It's straight-ish. Probably have to sand the crap out of that to get it down. Big trouble is lining up this line along the guide. Especially now doing it from this side because I'm right in the middle of the camera. That actually worked. Oh, how can I do this that I'm not going to hit the camera with this thing? Can I do it without hitting the camera with this thing? That's the big question. Nope. Turn this off. I'm going to have to reposition. I think that will work. And it gives me the room I need, at least for this side. This side is going to be an issue. Well, no, I think I could actually clear the camera doing it. My shoulder might get in your way, but sorry. Doing my best to keep my fingers away from that blade because I really like keeping my fingers. All right. Now we got to do some drilling. All right. This is the easy part because we're just drilling straight through. Oh, the clamp's going to be in the way. Hardest part of freehand drilling is actually drilling a hole straight through what it is you're trying to drill. Check. Yeah, it looks like you can kind of see what I'm doing. Some people have difficulty keeping the bit in a straight line. I'm not going to say I don't, but not horrible at it. I just don't like doing it. Last one with this bit, and then we'll switch. All right. Open that up. And now I got to remember what I did with the bit that I bought. There it is. These tuning machines are on a single plate, and so I had to check and recheck the spacing of them several times until I got it exactly lined up. Made a poster board template first. And they're an oddball size. Guitar tuners are usually 10 millimeter or 3/8 bushings. These are 9 millimeter, which comes out to what size bit did I get here? 1132s. It's 8.7 millimeter. They're serrated. They don't screw in, so they're actually slightly larger than this drill bit, and that's so that the serrations can bite into the wood. So we're going to do this very carefully, just part of the way through. And that bit is nice and sharp. It's brand new. And it wasn't locked in either. All right, try that again. How weird. Again, we don't want to go all the way through because we don't want the tear out. Turn that around. Do the same thing here. Looking good so far. Last one. Then we just flip it over. All right. So again, you can see all that tear out. That's what we're trying to avoid. There's quite a bit of tear out on this side. I'm going to have to do some serious sanding to get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, I should have gone with a smaller bit, I think, for the pilot hole. And that's, I don't understand how the bit is loosening up, but it is. That is weird. Never had a keyless chuck do that. All right, spin it around. Let's see. If I do it from this side, at least I don't have to move the camera and everything again. no major tear outs, which is good. Now we got to sand the crap out of it. The only sanding block I have currently has 120 grit on it. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually clamp this to the bench. That way it doesn't go bouncing all over the place on me. Oops. And we'll see what we can do with it. Neat little trick. Put some masking tape on your block. Spread super glue on the masking tape and then put your sandpaper down on it. That way you just peel the tape off, throw it away. But it's getting it nice and flat, which is what I'm looking for. You can see here where it's kind of flattened off here. So I'm trying to bring that edge. I also have to break this corner. We're getting there. Alright, so you can see here, 120 grit sandpaper will do a pretty good job of smoothing that right out. You can kind of see my line, but that took that, it was all wobbly, now it's all square. Still got this little bit here that has to come off. Off the camera, sorry about that. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I never claimed to be. We're getting there. Slowly but slowly. Part of the problem is I made a cutting mistake, which you guys saw. So we're going to have a really messed up area here. There's not much I can do about it. I don't want to thin that down too much. The holes are measured for the plate to be a specific distance from the edge, so we don't want to take that too far. So if I were making this to sell, this would be scrapped, but it's going to be mine, so I don't really care. corner. That corner, break those off. You don't want them through sharp edges because it doesn't look good. Fun part's going to be getting into that little cutout I made there to sand it, because you know, that's round. This part is easy. Trying to get some of the saw marks out of here. We're going to do a burnt finish on this, so any of these imperfections are going to show up really bad. By a burnt finish, I mean I'm going to take a blowtorch for the whole thing. Still got some saw marks to get rid of. And it's going to take a little bit. Flip this over. In a bit, I'm going to go check on Des, because she, like I said, she's really sick. She's got a cold. And on top of that, she's still got her Crohn's disease issues going on. She's got to have a, I can't remember the name of the test. It's a MR something, not an MRI. It's uses an MRI machine, but they're going to look at, they want detailed pictures of her intestines, because her Crohn's disease is just really bad and we don't know why. She's been in remission for almost 10 years. And all of a sudden, she's really sick again. All right, now flip again. Oh, that's not big enough. That figures. I'll just have to support it from underneath. Just trying to get rid of real rough spots from the drilling. There's no finish on this. It's just the wood is nicely polished at the moment. I really don't like scratching all that up, so now I'm going to refinish the whole thing. But what are you going to do, right? All right. Now, I do have a little bit of tear out, but nothing I can do about that. The plate's going to cover that. You're not going to see it anyway. It's mostly just me trying to be a perfectionist. But there we go. What do you think? I think I'm going to carve something in here in the face of it. I just haven't figured out what yet. But I'll try. Let's see if this tool I have will get in here or not. Let me check. Okay, so what we got here is a barrel sander for a drill. Let's see if this works. I'm going to try and get inside this hole here. First, this needs to be clamped in such a way that this cannot move. Might be best to do it this way. Or not. Oops. Nope. Let's see. Nope, that's not working yet. This needs to be tightened down more. This thing's like a weird left-handed thread. Problem is when I tighten it, this wants to turn. It's not like there's a screw there to hold it still. So it relies on friction, which I don't like. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Yep, backing out again. I don't understand it. Not the greatest tool in the world. It's something I have, so. The larger drums actually have screws here that you can hold on to so that you can crank these down really good so that the drums don't move inside the It is working. You can't see past the clamp. Let me reposition. Oops. I will try to keep my body out of the way. Basically, I'm making that hole wider. there. Now, camfer the hole a little bit. There we go. I think that came out pretty good. Sweet.